Good morning, everyone. I hope your Sunday is a blessed one so far. Hi, Arlene. You're the first one on. I found a recipe on YouTube this morning for a different kind of a mousse than what I made the other day. This doesn't call for aquafaba. It's got avocados. So this is avocado and chocolate mousse. Of course, I use I use carob powder. So as you can see, I've got two avocados in here right now because you have to chop them up, you have to peel them and everything. Oh, you just made avocado sauce, and I think this will be a real good recipe. I'm going to give you the ingredients as I go along here. And okay, I put 2 ripe avocados in here, and they're really, really ripe. Now it calls for a 1/4 cup of almond milk. I use the unsweetened for any of my recipes, and I just had enough in a container. So that isn't that ironic? I just had enough, so I'm going to put that in here. Then it calls for a 1/3 cup of cacao powder. Well, we don't use cacao powder. I use carob. So I'm going to take this and go in here and get my carob. It's going to be totally different, but that's fine. Then takes a 1/3 cup of agave nectar. Now, a lot of people don't believe in using agave nectar because they say it has fructose in it, but it does not have fructose in it. This is 100% agave nectar, because this is organic. This is the blue raw agave nectar. So I'm going to put a 1/3 cup of that in here. And pardon my mess on the counter. I'll clean it up. Now, that's all the sweetener that it takes. And then I'm going to put in 1 to 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Of course, I use the I use the actual, the non-alcoholic. So that's what I'm using. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons. Excuse me, not tablespoons. That's a little too much. Now, I did find some for they use tofu, but I thought this might be a little bit better since some people don't like tofu. It is an acquired taste. Okay. Now we blend this all together. I have to stop and scrape down the sides. And then get everything mixed. Everything gets mixed in here. As you can see, it's real chocolatey right now. Let me clean that up before I go any further. Clean that up. Sorry about that. It makes it. Good cook always makes messes. I'm letting. Real good. Wow, that looks nice. Scrape this down. Get this off. And it says to put it into a container and cover it up. It has to be in the refrigerator for 4 hours. So I'm going to put that in here, and then because you can't eat it right away. It has to be. You have to let it sit up for 4 hours, and then you serve it. But look at that. Doesn't that look good? Wow. Look at that. With avocado, that gives it a different flavor. And my avocados were really ripe. They need to be used up. Now, the one that made did the video, she only used saran wrap because she used a different kind of container. And I figured since I've got snap-tight containers, that's what I'm going to use, an airtight container. And just you cover it. And this is supposed to last in your refrigerator for 3 days, according to what the recipe says. 3 days. But for me, it wouldn't last that long because it makes a good, like a breakfast pudding or whatever you want to use it for. Had avocado one. Just put that. Doesn't that look good? And then when it's set up, then I can. So here's what it looks like. Doesn't that look good? So there is the pudding. Like I said, you set it up in the refrigerator for 4 hours, and in a container, and before you can serve it. This way. As you can see, making your own is a lot better than what you'd buy in the store. Although I don't think you could buy this kind of pudding in the store. But I like puddings. It's simple enough to make. Everybody has avocados in their pantry. Now, some use carob powder, and since I'm a vegan, I use carob. Others use cacao. Hi, good to see you. Welcome, Yvette. Long time no see. So, this is the carob that I use. I use the Chatfields. I've showed you this before. I got this at Amazon. This is what I use. And it takes very little of it. But it makes it nice and chocolatey. It tastes very good. Oh, yes, it is. But I just made some vegan avocado chocolate mousse. This is what it's called. It actually looks more like pudding. You put it in the refrigerator and let it set up for 4 hours before you serve it. But I think it looks very good. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Really looks good. And I'm going to take a picture of that and post it up on avocado. Or up on my Facebook, excuse me. Yeah, it does. I've already had a little bit of it when I was making it, but I really enjoy making things. So when I found this, I thought, well, this is a simple enough recipe. Everybody can follow this and make it themselves. Just make sure that you have real ripe avocados, because it works better that way. And you got to chop them up just fine, You can see my food processor did a real good job. And I like the way it looks. It's nice and chocolatey, as you can see. And this container is just right for it. And this is the kind of lid I have for it. And I'll just keep it covered in your refrigerator for 4 hours before you eat it. Hi, Ann. Good to see you. Here is my vegan avocado chocolate mousse that I just made. Of course, people know me that since I'm vegan, I do not use cacao powder. I do not use cocoa powder. I use the carob powder, which makes it a lot better. Because it makes it vegan. They say it's vegan, but yet they'll use cacao powder, or they will use good morning, welcome, or they will use cocoa powder. And I'm saying, well, that's not vegan. If they would look at the nutritious part of it, that's not vegan. So they should never call cacao powder or your cocoa powder vegan, because it's not. Carob powder is vegan because it comes from a carob plant. There's nothing unhealthy about carob powder at all. This is the one that I like. Now, there's other carob powders out there, but this is the particular one that I like. So you can get whatever one you need. But those that are not vegan or vegetarian, if they want to use cacao powder or they want to use cocoa powder, can go right ahead. But I just tweak the recipe to suit myself to make it completely vegan. That's what you have to do. And at least now, oh, you have that one too? Oh, yeah, that's the one that I think most people have. Because like I said, I bought a couple cans of it at Amazon, so it's going to take me a while to get it used up. But I know what's in here. I don't have to guess. It's just got a few ingredients, and I'll go over the ingredients again. 2 ripe avocados. Of course, you have to peel them and chop them up. A 1/4 cup of almond milk, which I use the unsweetened because I don't use the vanilla almond milk. So it's got to put a little vanilla in it anyway. I use the unsweetened in my recipes. 1/3 cup of, they say cacao powder, but I use the 1/3 cup of carob. 1 to 2 cups of agave nectar, or 1/3 cup of agave nectar. Excuse me, that was too much agave nectar. 1/3 cup of agave nectar, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. But I use 2 teaspoons of that. So that's simple. I use the non-alcoholic vanilla. This is what I use. I got that at Amazon as well. So everything that's in this pudding is healthy for you. It looks good, and I probably will take a little bit of a spoon and I can try it. I'll rinse this off. And I will try it just in front of you. Beef fajitas? Well, I don't know about that because I don't eat beef. Let me try just a little bit on the bottom here. Just to see a little bit. Very good. Really good. Very chocolatey. Carob is better for you anyway. Cocoa powder itself does not have any sugar in it. I think carob has some sugar in it. It's naturally sweet. It's a lot better for you. Oh, you're going, oh, I bet you are. I bet you will. Or Yvette, it's simple to make. And if you have this carob powder, it's simple. Like I said, I'll post it up on Facebook. I'll post it into my group. I'll post it even before I put it in the refrigerator. But, oh, yes, all by itself. That's what I'm going to eat later. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And I'll probably, for my lunch, I'll have this as my dessert for my lunch. It's only lasts 3 days. But I'm the only one here, and that's just enough for me anyway, so it's just fine. If you have a family, you might want to make more than one batch or double the recipe or something like that. But it is really, really good. I mean, you could see, I tasted it. It's a lot of people, don't like carob powder, but they don't really know until they've tried it what it's really like. Until you've you've actually tried something. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here is my vegan avocado chocolate pudding that I just made. 2 ripe avocados, and I used carob powder, not cacao powder, because that's what the recipe called for cacao. That's why I take these recipes, and I make them all my own. I add my own ingredients to it, put in what I want, and I take out what I don't want. So I took the cacao out and put my carob powder in there. It tastes just as good. In fact, it even tastes better. Tastes a lot better than what their calls for. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I've lost a lot of weight, and I just keep right on going. Now, I know there's going to be a stopping point where I'm not going to go on any further because it's going to come to, where I won't be able to lose any more. But as long as I can lose, I'm going to continue to try. It's a process, but you can't ever give up. You have to keep on going. And I found that by me doing this, I'm healthier, I look better, I feel better, I'm sleeping better, and I'm a lot better for it. I'm a lot healthier for it, and making my own foods, that's what we have to do, make our own foods. Don't buy any processed food if you can help it, because those processed foods are heavily laden with chemicals that are not good for your bodies. You don't know what half the chemicals are anyway because you can't pronounce them. And if you can't pronounce them, you're certainly not going to put them in your body. I know I'm not. I'm not going to put anything in my body that I cannot pronounce. Because I want to put something in there that I know what the ingredients are, making it my own, taking the recipe and tweaking it to my liking and, and making it mine. That's what I've done with this recipe. I've made it my own by putting the carob powder in it. Now somebody else that's not vegan might use actual cocoa powder. Well, they're making it their own too. Or if they have cacao, they'll use that too. But, I had bought some cacao but never used it until I was going to. But then I found out, well, it's not good for you either. So I thought, well, I can't use that. So I just used my carob powder. And you can see it come out nice and chocolatey. I'll hold it up again for those that haven't. It really looks good. I mean, it's tasty. Nothing harmful in there that's going to hurt me. Everything is healthy. It's vegan. That's what you have to do. Make your own foods as much as possible. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Make your own foods as much as possible. You'll feel a lot better for it. And since I've had my Vitamix and since Erlene and I have gone vegan, we're both cooking up a storm. She's finding recipes all the time to do, and she's always posted stuff on Facebook. And I thought, well, I'm going to find one this time. Now I've got a vegan tofu chocolate pie that I want to make towards the end of the week, but I'll make that for potluck. I was going to make it today, but I thought, no, I'll make it for potluck because it'd be too much for me anyway. But it's got tofu in it, so that ought to be pretty good. So, and there's also another pudding out there that's tofu chocolate pudding, but I think I'm gonna like this one better than with the avocado in it. Now, if you don't like avocados, I don't know what to tell you, but avocados actually to me are not that bad. They taste actually pretty good. I didn't know if I'd ever like them because I'd never had them until I started doing my own recipes, and I started eating them, and I thought, hey, these aren't bad at all. There's not much to them, and avocados, you can get them all year round. Oh, yes, that's right. Happy early birthday, Erlene. Now, Erlene's birthday, I think, is coming up on the 6th or the 8th of this month. So we have to wish her a happy birthday. I'll do it now in case I miss telling you happy birthday. So that'll be good working with fondant. That's what my daughter-in-law does. She does a lot of things with fondant. Oh, probably, yeah, it'll be better for you. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. So those just coming on. Oh, 8th. Oh, it's on the 8th, which I think will be on Friday. So she's going to have a Friday birthday. So if I do a Periscope on Friday, you come in, I'll wish you a happy birthday again. But make your own. Like Erlene's learned how to make her own foods. Most of the stuff that she eats, she makes herself. And I would rather make my own too, because I know what I have in it. I know, and because you look at the stuff in the store. If you don't look at the ingredients on your foods, you don't know what you're getting. And usually they have a long list anyway. And I'm standing there scratching my head, puzzled as to what is this ingredient. I can't even pronounce it. It's got maybe 13, 14 letters to the ingredient. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I don't want to put this in my body. So if I pick up something on the shelf that has a long list of ingredients, back on the shelf it goes and not in my cart. And it's like Alexa said, 4 or 5 ingredients, is best. Even under that. But if you get something with a lot of ingredients in it, forget it. Now this has this has 5 ingredients. So it's a 5-ingredient chocolate mousse. But it's a lot better for you. It's one that you can eat. You can make over and over again. Yes, it is, Erlene. It is. Or that's not Erlene, but yeah, whoever said that. It is cheaper to make your own. Yes, it is. Very much so. Because you don't have the processes in it. But we know the foods that you buy in the store is heavily processed, and it's got a lot of... Okay, Yvette. Thank you for coming on, and you have a good day. Heavily processed. I don't want something that's heavily processed. I want something that's going to be something that I don't have to worry about the processing of it. We know what you make yourself isn't going to have the chemicals in it that preserve it. These don't have any preservatives in it. So therefore, they are going to have to be eaten a lot quicker. Now my butter, I try to use that every day on toast, and it seems to last me a long time. But I keep it covered too. It's with an airtight container, and it's actually very, very good. If you haven't made that butter yet, you make that butter, you're really going to like it. I think the next time I make it, or I'm going to buy some sunflower lecithin instead of the soy lecithin. That's what I have right now. I'll use it up, and then I'll get some sunflower lecithin. It'll be probably just as good. But try to make your own. Oh, I think you're going to like it, Valerie. You're really going to like it. It looks so good. And if you've got the carob powder, like I said, it's easy to find. You can get this at Amazon. I'm sure that probably Whole Foods, if you have a Whole Foods in your area, they probably have it as well. But since I'm an Amazon Prime member, I just get it through them because I can get it pretty fast. So I've got this can, and I've got another one in the cupboard because I'll probably be making a lot of this. This is so good. I just have to keep avocados in hand. Just buy avocados when I need them. Because it takes 2 of them, really ripe ones, and be sure to chop them up fine. And I just use my food processor. I probably could have used the Vitamix too, but I thought, use the food processor. It'd be easier to clean out. Don't have to worry about it getting under the blades. But make your own foods as much as possible. You'll be healthier for it. You'll feel better, and you'll know what's in your foods. Yeah, easy. That's what I like. I like things that are easy and fast and simple. Ooh. Why not make normal chocolate mousse? Because I don't eat chocolate. If you knew what chocolate had in it, you would not be eating it. I don't eat regular chocolate anymore. It's not good for you. But you know something? You won't really taste them in here though, Valerie, because they're all chopped up. You don't taste them in here at all. You taste more of the chocolate than you do the avocado. So don't worry about that. Once you blend it real good, you won't taste any of it. What does it have in it? It's got two ripe avocados. You get ripe avocados. You peel them, of course, and you chop them up fine. A quarter cup of almond milk, and I use the unsweetened almond milk. You can use any almond milk you choose, but if you're going to put vanilla in here, which it calls for, don't use the vanilla almond milk. A a third cup of cacao powder, but like I said, I did not use cacao powder, I used carob. That person asked why not use regular chocolate, because it's not good for you, which if you realize what had it in, you wouldn't eat chocolate. This is much healthier for you. This is vegan. It comes from the carob plant. It's naturally sweet. It does not harm you at all. It's much better for you. Oh my goodness. What an abusive comment that was. Somebody better respond, better report him for abuse. I'll block him when I watch the replay. Isn't that awful? Some people are very, 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 very disruptive. Oh, that sounds good. Frozen pudding. Oh, banana carob blend, add sweetener of your choice. Oh, wow. That looks good. Yeah, it was very rude. Oh, good, Erlene. Thank you for reporting him, because we need to report people like that. I don't know why they bother coming in here if they're going to be that mean and nasty. I didn't get him blocked, but I will block him when I watch the replay. Some people are not very nice. They're hateful. Oh, yeah, good. Somebody came into Regina's yesterday and called her stupid, super stupid, and I just told him, I said, that was mean and hateful. I mean, why do people do that? They come in and say derogatory remarks, and they don't even know you. Yeah, you're right. They have no life. They need to get a life. They need to, they need to show more love to people. Evidently, they don't have love for themselves, let alone anybody else. That person, I don't know, they probably left by now, but that's okay, because that person won't be allowed to come back in my Periscope, But we're going to deal with those kind of people, Yeah, they eat normal chocolate. Yep. Yeah, it is mean, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're mean or not. I had to block one yesterday in my Periscope in the afternoon. I'll block them, and I'm just going to continue going on. I'm just going to continue to do these. People could come in and say what they want, but you know something? I'm going to continue to make this food, because people do come in and they do support me. I'm glad that you guys do. You come in and I get a lot of replays. So I'm going to continue to do this. I need to, because I feel better about it, and I'm sharing my knowledge with you, such knowledge that I have. I don't have a lot, but I'm learning a lot more, and I'm finding recipes all the time. And when I find something, I like to share it with other people, because that's how we all learn. We learn by doing. As you know, my pumpkin cookies the other day didn't come out like they're supposed to. I'm going to make them again. I'm not going to scope them, but I might show you what they look like afterwards, because I forgot the oats in it. I knew I'd forgot an ingredient. But you learn by doing. You make mistakes. You just pick yourself up and try it again. Try again. You don't quit. That's what I do. I keep trying a recipe. If it doesn't work out, I'll try it again. Oh, I know. Thank you so much for that, because I appreciate that. Oh, you made a vegan chocolate cake, was a bit dry. I don't know. I don't understand why it would be dry, but probably was really good anyway, because I don't know if it's easy to make them moist. I've never tried to make a vegan cake like that. I'll have to try that, because I don't do a lot of baking when it comes to cakes and pies, being that I live alone. If I make something, I'm going to have to make it for a potluck. We didn't have potluck yesterday because it was Home Fellowship Sabbath, so we have one this coming Sabbath, so I might make one then. Oh, good morning to you too. That sounds good. Your spinach fruit smoothie. Yes, when I make smoothies, I didn't this morning, but when I make smoothies, I put about a handful of spinach in it too. I put fresh banana in it, and I put grapes in it, and I put apple in it, and frozen fruits as well. I make it a nice smoothie, and I end up putting it in this container. This is a 30-ounce container, and sometimes I can't get the whole of the smoothie in there. I fill it up to the top, and I've still got some in my canister, or my thing for my Vitamix, so I just drink it down a little bit, and then put a little bit more in here. But it's really good. Smoothies are very good for you. I drink a lot of them. Most mornings I have it. I didn't this morning, but I probably will tomorrow morning. I got my walk in early and come home and read my Bible, and wanted to come on here and do this pudding. I wanted to look for something real quick and make it. And when I saw this, I printed it out. I thought, my goodness, this is as simple as can be. And I know when I make that tofu chocolate pie, it's not going to sound real good to a lot of people, because tofu is something it's not tasty anyway. It doesn't have no flavor, but you have to add other stuff to it. Oh yeah. Oh, good, good, good. Yes, I use the baby spinach. I buy the baby spinach in a container in the store at Walmart, and I use about a handful, and it actually makes the smoothie really good. It looks like a green smoothie when I get done, and I put blueberries in it too. Do you know blueberries are a very good antioxidant? Be sure you put blueberries in your smoothies if at all possible. I try to keep frozen blueberries on hand because they are so good. And I like strawberries as well. And yep, they sure are. They good morning to you. Welcome. Yes, they sure are. And those for just coming in, I will show you. This is my vegan avocado chocolate mousse. And it has to go in the refrigerator for 4 hours to set up before you can eat it. But it looks very good right now. But I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 4 hours, like it said. Because you want to make it cold. But I'm going to take a picture of it for Facebook, just the way it is. But doesn't it look good? And like I said, to those just coming in, I did not use cacao powder. I used carob, which is actually vegan. It's very healthy. This is what the carob looks like. If people do not know, this is what it looks like. It's just into powder form. And it's very, very good for you. It's healthy. It's naturally sweet. And you know what you have when you have it. Don't use cocoa powder. Don't buy that if you can avoid it. Get yourself some carob powder. Go, through Amazon. That's where I got this, through Amazon. Of course, if you got a Whole Foods, like I said, they probably have it there, or Trader Joe's would have it. I happen to like Chatfield's, and I've seen Jamal. He's got this same one. So Chatfield's is probably a pretty popular brand. So that's what I have. And I also use carob chips as well when I make anything. I use carob chips. And that's what I'll do when I make that vegan tofu chocolate pie. It uses chips, chocolate chips, but I got carob chips. So I'm going to have to probably cut back on that recipe, because they call for 24 ounces of tofu, which seems like an awful lot of tofu. It would be 2 packages. So I'm going to probably cut that back a little bit, and probably cut back on the carob chips too, because it calls for 3 cups. So I'll have to probably just test it out and see how it's going to be. But when you make your own foods, you know what you have. You know what it's going to taste like. You know how your body's going to react to it. But the stuff that you buy in the store that has the chemicals in there, you don't know how the chemicals are going to react to your body. They're not going to be very good. And the manufacturers do that for a reason. They figure, well, people aren't going to look at the ingredients anyway. And it's true, they don't. Because when I go to Walmart and people are in the same aisle I am, they're starting to pick up stuff and put it in their cart, and they're not even looking at the ingredients. And I'm thinking, my goodness, look at the ingredients on the back. Yes, I have. I have used cardamom in some of my recipes that calls for it. Or if it doesn't call for it, I'll use that maybe in the place of cinnamon. You can use coriander or use cardamom in place of cinnamon. Okay, have a good day, and thank you for coming in. Have a great Sunday. But, making your own foods is cheaper. You have to go out and buy the ingredients, but how much is that? It's not that much. You start buying this processed food. You buy enough processed foods, your grocery bill is going to be sky high. I've found that out for myself. But you start making your own foods, just like the butter I make. You have to have the coconut oil and the olive oil on hand. Of course, you're lecithin than that. But that's simple enough to get those. And once you've got enough of that, you make your own butter. You never have to buy butter again. You save on that. See, you start making your own foods, you save on a lot of things that you have to buy anymore. You don't have to buy it. And cheese sauce. Erlene and I, we make our own cheese sauce. You don't have to go and buy cheese sauce at the store. I don't think it would taste all that great anyway. It's because ours has potatoes and carrots in it that you have to cook. It's very good cheese sauce. You start making your own, it's going to be better for you. It's a little bit more prep work. I don't mind it so much on the prep work. It is very, very good, Valerie. It tastes absolutely delicious. It's very flavorful, and it tastes better than the butter you buy in the store. Not a harsh flavor to it whatsoever. Very, very good. And I use it every day on my toast. And I posted the recipe up on Facebook. I believe I did. I'm not on the group because Erlene already had, but I posted up on my Facebook. I went to Alexis, I think, and posted it there on Leslie's. I taken and posted this several places. In Vegans with Love, I posted several different recipes, several different places, so everybody has a chance to look at the recipe and decide whether they want to make it or not. That's the whole idea. That's what my Facebook page is for. It's for recipes that we can share with each other, the knowledge that we have, a recipe that we made. Erlene makes such good recipes, and I want to start trying some of them because she's real good at what she does too. And if you're not following her, you don't see her on Facebook group, follow her because she makes very good recipes. And she's got some wonderful recipes on my Facebook group. If you don't know what my Facebook group is, it's Karen's Vegan Heaven. Heaven is capitalized. And just go in there, and if you're not a member, ask to be approved, and I will approve you because I go in there periodically and see what's going on. Oh, you have a veggie garden in pots? Oh, cool. That is cool, Anne. That I wish I could do that. I have no place for a veggie garden here. Now I might buy me a patio tomato plant and set it out on the patio. But I'm afraid that Chewy might start chewing the plant up. That's why I'm afraid I hesitate to get it because he starts taking everything he can outside and starting to chew it up. He took when I was gone to church yesterday, I came back and he had taken his thing that he lays out in his bed and taken it outside and was in his mouth and swishing it back and forth and. And I already washed it once, so. But anyway, that dogs do that, so I might get a patio tomato plant. You know, that's the only way I can have a. Yeah, he likes to grab a hold of things that he shouldn't have. He takes things. I mean, if I don't have my slippers on my feet, he'll grab them and take them outside. He took my pair. I've got a pair of white sandals. Beautiful church sandals that I wear in the summertime. He took some of them. He took them outside one day. I had to fetch them and bring them back. He got in my closet and got them out. You have squash, peas. Okay, you got squash, peas, and carrots growing. Okay, it looks like it says squash, peas, but I know that's separate. Okay, that sounds good, squash. You know, I never have really taken to squash too well. My mother-in-law used to plant squash all the time. It's an acquired taste, I think. So is sweet potatoes, but you know I've got a sweet potato carrot soup recipe that I like making, and kale. That's something that Leslie does not like. She can't stand kale. So anybody talks about kale, she goes yuck. I'm supposing with anything that calls for kale, you can probably substitute like spinach or whatever. You know, kale is okay. I don't have a problem with it, but some people just don't like it. Oh, good. That sounds great. Sounds like you're going to have a great garden. You know, this time of year is always a nice time when you have a garden. You grow your own foods. I wish I had a place here to grow them, but I don't. So I just have to forego having a garden unless I can have an indoor garden. I have to figure out. Oh, you tried it and you didn't like it. Oh, yeah. You have to give something a try. And if you don't like it, then don't buy it again. You know, I'm one of these kinds that. I make these recipes, and if the recipe doesn't turn out and I don't like it, I won't make it again. But the butter recipe is a recipe that I can make over and over again. I like it. The cheese sauce recipe, another one. This is another one. There are several recipes that I will make over again. I usually like to try to vary it and change my recipes up. But if I find something I like, I stick with it. Because it's too hard finding another recipe to match it or even be better than what you had before. It's very difficult because you might be searching all day long to find one that you might like, and you may not ever find one that you like to what you already had. So when I find one that I really like the taste of, like this, I have already tried it, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to make it again. Really? Wow, 1,000. Holy cow, I wonder if I've been featured. I don't think I have, but I can't believe it. 1,000 views. This is amazing. That is tremendous. Just for a regular vegan avocado, maybe I did get featured. Somebody can check to see if I got featured, although they usually let you know if you got featured. I don't think I have. Over 1,000 viewers. Wonderful. See, I made something that people are interested in making themselves. Plants are life. That's true. And being a plant-based person, I found that I'm a lot healthier for. Oh, thank you. I didn't even know that because I'm lucky if I get 200-300 in my periscopes. And I finally got 1,000 views on here. And I haven't been on all that long. Leslie, she got 2,000 the other day, and I don't know how she does it. I think her looks have a lot to do with it, But, there are a lot of people out there that are vegan or are trying to become vegan, so they like to come in my periscopes and see what I make so they can learn how to make it too. And I know that once you make this recipe, you're going to keep it. You're going to like it. And I'm going to have to buy some more avocados. So I just got one big avocado. It's going to take 2 avocados, so I have to go buy some more avocado. But I'm going to do that this week. And I'm going to make this again because this is so good. I'll probably eat this in one setting because there's not a lot of it. But it's so good. Look at it. I mean, you would not you don't even know that I didn't put real chocolate in there. I just used carob, you know. And what makes it creamy is the avocado. That's what makes it really creamy. And avocados are so good for you anyway. You know, they're healthy. And why not use something that's healthy for you? That's what I say. You know, I've got everything in here that's healthy. The carob powder and the non-alcoholic vanilla. This is what I buy, the non-alcoholic vanilla. As you buy the vanilla extract in the store, it's got alcohol in it. It's got an awful taste to it. You know, it takes a while to get used to it. I never did like the taste of it. But here, this is totally different because it has no alcohol whatsoever. And this is from Frontier Co-op. And it's organic, which makes it even better because it's organic and it's non-GMO and it's non-alcoholic. This is the same thing. This here is organic, non-GMO agave nectar. Where do I buy this? I bought through Amazon. I don't know if Whole Foods and Trader Joe's would have it, but I bought this through Amazon. You're yet learning how to make the foods that you eat? Yeah, that, you know, it's very difficult. I didn't know once I started this journey how I was going to do on it, how I was going to like it. But, you know, I've decided that I need to keep going because I've got myself to a manageable level now. Like I said, there's going to be probably a stopping point where I'm going to get so far and then I'm not going to lose any more weight. Oh, yes, that's right. You have a Vitacost. You go to Vitacost. You have a Whole Foods. I have a Whole Foods here too, but it's a little hard getting to it, so I'd rather just get it through Amazon to save myself some time. A little bit more than a year. It's been a slow process. I've lost over 60 pounds. Sure you can. Yes, please. And I also have a YouTube channel too. If you don't know what my YouTube channel is, my YouTube channel is Karen Watterson. I put these periscopes up on YouTube as well. And I also have a lot of prophecy scopes up there, Bible scopes. I have walking scopes. I have health scopes up there too. So I have a combination, and I've got them in playlists. So you can go on and follow me on YouTube as well. I certainly will, and I'm glad I am a help to you because that's what I hope to be. How did I lose the weight? Just by going plant-based, getting off of meat, getting off of cheese, getting off of eggs, and dairy milk. Because when you think about it, milk is for calves, not for humans. Yes, you should, Valerie. Go ahead and do that, so we can all like it and maybe do it too. Any recipe that your husband makes, it doesn't matter if he makes it or you make it. If it's good and you like it, post it on there, please. Oh, wonderful! You know that's wonderful. And don't you find yourself a lot healthier? You feel better? I know I do. I feel much better for being on a plant-based diet. You know, it's a struggle because I've had a hard time losing a lot of weight. And I found that this has helped me lose the weight that I need to lose. It's always been a struggle. But when you get onto something that you like and it works for you, yes, there are a lot of recipes. And that's the first thing I do when I go into YouTube. I look for vegan recipes, and there are so many out there. Oh, yes, you do. Absolutely, you feel a lot more clear-minded. I agree, 100% clear-minded. Yes. Absolutely, you know, your mind is clear to think better, you know, instead of cloudy, you know. But meat is not meant for us to eat in the first place. God never gave us the meat to eat in the garden. We shouldn't be eating that because, you know, the animals have a life too. They have families too, and we shouldn't deprive them of living. You know, if people would see what they have to go through to be slaughtered, those poor animals, it's almost like they know what's going to happen and they try to get away. I don't blame them, you know. But meat's not good for you. Cheese definitely is not good for you. I buy vegan cheese. Chow cheese. It's a Greek cheese, but it's really, really good. And I like it. I did buy a vegan cheese a while back that had carrageenan in it. If you buy anything, look at your ingredients. Anything vegan, because they say it's vegan, but if it's got carrageenan in it, don't buy it. Carrageenan is not good for your immune system. It's very harmful. So you don't want anything with carrageenan in it. I do most of my shopping at Walmart for the simple fact that they are stepping it up as far as organics. They have the cheese that I buy. They have the tofu. Although there is another store that I shop at called Winco Foods. They also have organic, and that's where I bought my flax seeds at, and ground my flax seeds up and like that. But because they have bulk, where Walmart doesn't. But most of the stuff I buy is at Walmart because I'm less than a mile away from Walmart. So it's a convenience for me to go shopping and get everything I need there. Because they are, like I said, they've stepped up as far as having organics. They're putting more new. Hi, Jaquee, good to see you. Here's my avocado chocolate mousse. And you have to put it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours to let it set up. Well, that's fine. If you don't want to support Walmart, that's totally up to you. It's not something you have to do. I happen to like Walmart because it's a convenience to me, so I go there. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. That's wonderful. But hi, good to see you. Welcome, Jaquee. Good to see you. If you don't like Walmart, you can go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. Now, I understand Trader Joe's is more expensive than Whole Foods. I can't afford anything at Whole Foods anyway. I'm on a fixed income, so that's why basically I get a lot of my stuff at Walmart. I can get what I can't get at Walmart, I get through Amazon because I can, get fast shipping there and sometimes save money through Amazon. So it's easier for me. So, but if you don't want to buy it at Walmart, yes, we have a farmer's market here coming up. It's a little far, not too close where I'm at. I have to go down, the freeway and stuff to get to it. I have to go through Santa Clara and stuff. But something, I love the farmer's market. I need to go there. I haven't been there in a long time. I need to go to the farmer's market because you can get a lot of things there. I can probably get avocados in there too. But I buy my avocados at Walmart because and you got to make sure that you don't get them too overly ripe. You know how to look for them. You got to pinch them or push your finger in, and if it's soft, it's ripe. Sometimes you can get them overly ripe, but I've found that you better use them right away. But now that I know what I can use my avocados for this recipe, I'm definitely going to buy avocados and use them up because this is a good recipe to make. Simple. Oh, welcome from Canada, and you're so welcome. I'm glad I could do this Periscope because I'm learning along with you. I'm sharing what I know, my knowledge. So anybody that wants to see it again, this is what it looks like. You have to set it up for 4 hours in the refrigerator before you serve it. Although I don't see why, because it's pretty creamy as it is. But I will set it in the refrigerator for 4 hours because I'm not going to eat it for a while anyway. But it has avocado in it. And like I said, there's a lot of things out there. I've seen tofu chocolate mousse as well. Some people don't like tofu. And they like avocados a little bit better. So I thought, well, I saw this. I'm just going to make it with avocado. It's simple enough. And I had avocados. I made sure I had avocados in my refrigerator, and I did. I bought a package of them. You've seen white bean cookie dough? I never have. The only white beans I've ever bothered using are, well, if you want to call them beans, or chickpeas. How much fiber's in the mousse? Good question. I don't know, but it's all vegan because it's got the non-alcoholic vanilla in it. It's got your carob powder. It's got your blue raw agave nectar in it, and it's got one other thing. Well, it's got your. I think I've got everything. I think I told you everything. Oh, and yeah. And almond milk, and I use unsweetened almond milk. So I don't know exactly if you can consider fiber in any of that, but that's all it takes. 5 ingredients. Simple. You're not standing over your stove very long, In fact, you're not standing over the stove at all. Just put it in your food processor or whatever you have. It probably would work at a high-speed blender too. It says 3 days. But see, this is a small recipe anyway. It's more for my 1 or 2 people. So if you have a family, you'll have to double the recipe or make another batch. It's good for 3 days. But me, I'll eat it up in one sitting because it's good enough to eat right now. But I'm gonna have to put it in the refrigerator like they said. Oh, sure, you sure can. There you go. If you want to take a screenshot of it, go ahead and take a screenshot of it. Although I'm going to post it up on my Facebook page. Doesn't that look good? Look, it's really good. And that's what makes it creamy is the avocado. I've already tasted it. I tasted it in front of everybody, and it's really, really good. You know, like I said, carob powder is naturally sweet anyway. It doesn't have any sugar in it. Where your cocoa powder, you know, you have to add sugar to it. Oh yes, absolutely. I do nothing but when I do well, I don't do all cooking scopes because I do Bible scopes too. But when I do cooking scopes, they are all vegan. And so if you want to follow me on my vegan Facebook page, you can do that. It's Karen's Vegan Heaven because that's nothing but vegan recipes that people post there. So if you want, yeah, mine's got to go fast too because I'm the only one here to eat it. So. And they said 3 days. Well, I said that's good enough for me because I'll have it gone. And if I don't eat it all today, I'll eat it up tomorrow. Oh, when they pull them from the ground, oh my goodness. Well, I have no place to make a garden, you know. But carrots are really, really good. You know, that it's yeah. I know what you mean. And I have when I was married, my husband. Hi, Tora. Good to see you, sis. Here's my avocado chocolate mousse. I've got to sit in the refrigerator for four hours before I can serve it, but I've already tasted it, Tora, and it's absolutely delicious. I'm going to post it up on my Facebook page. He's outside. He's outside playing. I'd have him up here. Oh, it is, Tora. I've already tried it. It's absolutely delicious. It takes 2 avocados, and they were very, very ripe. I used to put them in my food processor, along with agave nectar, my carob powder, the vanilla extract, and what's the one other thing? I keep forgetting. Almond milk. I use unsweetened almond milk. I buy the original unsweetened almond milk. I use that for my recipes. I put that in my smoothies as well because the vanilla almond milk I like to use for my cereal. And I will show you. Oh, yes, this is very delicious. The avocados make it real creamy. Yeah, I know. It is. This is not real cheap, but you use it sparingly. I don't use much of it, and it'll last me a while. Now, this is the last bottle I have, so I'm going to have to buy me some more again. But it's not real cheap, but I get it through Amazon. It's not too bad there. But I found an almond milk. I found an almond milk at Walmart that doesn't have any carrageenan in it. And I will show you the container. I was totally surprised. This here is carrageenan free. This is absolutely delicious. I like this container because you see here it says carrageenan. Or where is it? No, that's 50 calories. Yeah, here it is, carrageenan free. There's no carrageenan in this, so you don't have to worry. So I'm going to buy it this way from now on. I put this on my cereal on Sabbath mornings. This is almost gone. This is the second one I've had. But it is so good. It's smooth. It tastes very good. It's 100% vegan. No saturated fats. Lactose free, soy free, and carrageenan free. Oh, hi, good to see you. Let me put this back in the refrigerator. So that's yeah, you will like it. I don't think that they have the one. I used to buy the almond breeze, but I don't see that there now as far as in the refrigerator. So I get that one now instead. Oh yes, you're gonna love it. You don't have to worry about the carrageenan, and it doesn't have any soy or anything in it. Not really, and I've never made any either. I'm going to have to try some of that. No, I've never had I've never had problems with gas. But seems that I'm on a plant-based diet, so I seem to go a lot anyway. But no, it doesn't give me gas, and it's actually very good. It's real smooth, and red tea, no lactose-free, soy-free, no carrageenan. So if you can't have that stuff, that's the best soy milk to buy, and it's in the refrigerator section, the milk section there in Walmart. Oh, wow. Welcome from Saudi Arabia. Wow. Yes, it is. Basically, when I do a recipe, they'll say dairy-free milk. I usually use almond milk the unsweetened kind. I usually use that because I like that the best because I use it in all my recipes. I use it in my smoothies too. How do we find you on Facebook? Okay, if you want to look, if you want to follow me just on my regular page, it's Karen Watterson. Now my Facebook page for vegans is Karen's Vegan Heaven, with heaven is capitalized. Somebody can post that up here early, or somebody can post my Facebook page for vegans, and that's for vegan recipes. I go in there and I post. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I'm on long enough. I may end up get 2,000 out of it. I'm still trying to get my gold, and I haven't got it yet. No, go on my next show. No. People keep telling me that I should write a cookbook. You know, I haven't done that yet. I wouldn't know the first thing about writing a cookbook. But you know something? Tora has inspired me. She wrote her own book. If you're not following Tora, follow her. She's got a wonderful testimony to share with people what she went through when she was younger, how she was molested and raped. And she wrote a book about it. I want to write a book about my testimony, about how I came to Jesus and what he's done for me. Yes, that's it. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, I wouldn't know the first thing about it though, Tora. I want to write a book, but I know the first thing about it. I have no idea where to even start, you know, because I know you have to find a publisher and everything like that. But you know, the Lord helps me through it. I'm sure I can do it, because it's like the Lord gave me the idea that I should start writing a book, and I have to write everything down, you know, and I don't. Oh, you're welcome, and I will approve you, because I have to approve people. But I've got about 174, 175 members in there right now, so it's going strong. So it's real good. I'm glad that people come in there and post their recipes. Erlene is very vigilant in posting recipes in there. I go in there every day to see what she's posted because I love her recipes. I haven't tried your biscuits yet, Erlene. I want to try those biscuits. They look so doggone good, you know. And she's been an Adventist for only a couple years, but she's only been vegan a short period of time too, because she was like me, had everything that she wasn't supposed to have, and she's a cooking fool, I'll tell you. She really cooks a lot. She enjoys cooking. Of course, she's got a husband and a son to feed. Her son's not vegan. Her husband, I don't think is, but he's learning. Her son likes his meat, so she has to kind of fix meat for him, which makes it kind of hard. She's trying to get him on a vegan diet. So, yeah, so do I. I want to try those biscuits. They look so darn good, you know. And that last thing she posted on there looked really good, too. That casserole she made, I don't know what it was, but it really looked good, and I have to try that, too. But I need to start trying some of those things. But, oh, my goodness, you know. But make your own stuff as much as you can, because you're going to find it's a lot healthier. You're going to know what's in it, and you don't have to worry about putting something in your body that's not healthy. Because you know those chemicals that they have in those foods in the store? So unhealthy for you. They're not good at all. My goodness, it's not good at all. You know, so you don't want to do that. So I'm simply going to make this again. I'm just going to have to buy me some avocados, because I'm going to buy them as I need them, you know, because they don't last long unless I can find more recipes to use them for. I've got one big one left. If I can find a recipe to use for it, I will get it gone. But I'll just buy them as I need them and make this pudding again, or this, you know, if you want to call it a pudding, you can, but look at that. Doesn't that look good? Do they have frozen avocados? Hey, that's an idea. Yeah, freeze them and then use them as you need them. Oh, that's right. Her virtual Pampered Chef party is June 10th to the 16th. I don't know what. Go outside. I don't know what she's barking at, but anyway. Oh, yeah, you got your own plug, don't you? Yeah, you're plugging yourself. Yeah, come here, Chewy. Come here, boy. Well, he doesn't want to come. I wanted to hold him up so Tora could see him. Come here, Chewy. Come here, boy. Come here. So, come here. Come on. He doesn't want to come. But anyway, yeah, your buddy. He's on the floor. Come here, Chewy. He's a good boy. Come here, Chewy. Come on. He's coming. See, I can pick him up and I can... Come here. Oh, he's laying down. I'll get him. Hold on. Come here. Oh, there we go. There's your buddy. There's your buddy. You made burgers from your garden? Oh, my goodness. See, this is my boy. This is my boy. And this is Tora's buddy. He's Chewy. And his name fits because he chews everything. Yeah, isn't he cute though? He is cute. Yes, he's adorable. And the first thing he does in the morning is he wants to play. He'll open up his mouth and he'll put my hand in it. And he wants to play with Buttercup too. And he'll start biting on her leg, or, you know, she just sits there and takes it. Yeah, this is my Chewy. This is my Chewy. And he's a loving little boy. He's a loving little boy. And I love him to pieces. And I'm glad I gave him a good home. He's had his walk already this morning, so he's kind of got his energy out, you know. Of course, he's probably a little more energetic than he should be. He wants down, I'll put him down. So, oh, so do I. He's so cute. He's got to get groomed again, because the first time I took him in for grooming, he didn't want to be groomed too well. He was trying to bite. Well, he didn't know her, so they're going to try this next time and see if they can do better. But, oh, English only, please. I don't understand your French. English only. Yeah, he has. Yeah, his coat is really thick. Yeah, he's looking great. Well, she doesn't groom him all the way through anyway. Just a little bit on his. She couldn't get to his mane. She's got to trim his mane up, and behind his legs on his butt need to be trimmed. He got that trimmed, so he'll look better the next time, you know. But I'm gonna tell her just put a muzzle on him, because he didn't know her that well. He didn't know me that well either. So now, since I've had him a while, maybe he'll be a little bit more calmer, and he'll accept it a little bit better, because when he sees people on the sidewalk, he goes right up to him and wants them to pet him. So I think he's getting a little more friendly now, because where he came from before, he was abused, I think, and he didn't know who to trust. He didn't know if he even to trust me at that time, because it was only about a week that I had him, that I took him. So, but now that I've had him for well over a month, he knows he can trust me. He could trust me, sure as shooting, you know. So anybody that's coming in and hasn't seen my mousse, there's what it looks like. Doesn't it look good? It's got your avocado in it, 2 avocados. It really absolutely is delicious. And it's something that I'm going to make over. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. It's something I'm going to make over and over and over again. Something that's very simple. I'll take it and post it up on my vegan Facebook page. And I'm going to make sure that people see it, and I'll post it on my regular Facebook when I log in. I've got a regular page, you know, that's not vegan. It's for my friends and family see that. So of course, my family sees my well, my daughter's not in Karen's vegan heaven, so she won't see that. But I post stuff on my regular page, so I'm trying to get her to eat better too. So I'm going to post this up. Yes, I am. This is vegan. This has avocados in it. Does not have cacao powder. It calls for cacao. I use carob powder, non-alcoholic vanilla. There's blue raw blue raw. It's an amber. Blue raw agave nectar, and I used a little bit of unsweetened almond milk. I had just enough in the container to use it, and see, doesn't that look good? I have to put it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours, they said, before you can serve it. But it looks. I've already tasted it. It's really delicious. This is a recipe that I'm going to make over and over and over again. Once I post it, I don't post it again. But I'm going to make this again, because this is a very good dessert. It's a healthy dessert. You know, if you want a dessert at a meal, make this and you'll have it. You'll have a dessert that you can eat and continue to make over and over and over again. That's what I want to do. But it's much healthier to make your own foods. You'll enjoy making them. You know, once I've started on this cooking craze that I've been on with this plant-based diet, I don't want to stop. I keep going. Not lately. I'm going to have to go back and make that again. I haven't made it in a while. I'm going to have macaroni and cheese, and I'll make it again. That's right. You can eat as much as you like, and because a lot of things that you buy in the store, you guys eat in moderation, you know. Oh, you have a blessed day too. Yes, I come on here quite often, so just watch for me, and you can follow me on here, and follow me on Facebook, follow me on my Facebook group, and I will approve anybody that wants to be in the Facebook group. And feel free, when you join the Facebook group, if you have a recipe to post in there, feel free to post it. Post the ingredients, post a picture of what you made, because that's how we all learn from each other. Because I like different recipes, and if I find one on my Facebook page that I like Earlene's done or something, I'll stick with it. that's the way it is. I just like sticking with something that I know works. You know, a lot of recipes don't. I mean, I've tried many recipes that I didn't like them. They just tasted blah, and I didn't want to try them again, so I didn't, you know, and I just tossed the recipe out. But if I like something, I'll make it again and again and again. Well, I've got a recipe for bread that Erlene has made. It takes zucchini, apples, and carrots, and that's the only bread that I've ever made. Although it didn't turn out very good because I had forgotten the the cane sugar in it, so it was kind of blah. So, but I'm going to make that again. I've got a loaf pan. I'm just going to put it in the loaf, which I did put in the loaf pan before, but it was kind of small, and it doesn't rise because we don't use the real baking powder. We use a substitute, which takes a little bit more to make it, but it doesn't rise like it, you know, very little. But that's the only bread I've ever made. And I do have a bread maker that I used to make bread in, but there again, the bread machine stuff is not all that great either. So you got to be careful. It's best just to make your own. Now, Stacy and some of them use einkorn wheat. Well, I've never been able to find that. I think you got to get it through einkorn.com. But Jewish bread, no, I've never made that. I've never heard of that. Oh, that's Jewish bread? Okay. Well, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. I've never made Jewish bread, but it sounds good to me. Oh, yeah, I know. It is expensive. I think I went on their website once before, Erlene, on their einkorn wheat website, and it is expensive. You have to probably buy an awful lot of it to be worth your while. But I don't make that much bread for myself to even do that. All right, okay. And thank you for coming on, and have a great and marvelous Sunday, and God bless you. And I'm going to probably go in a little bit too, but I'm enjoying the fact I'm getting so many viewers today. Maybe I can get up to 2,000. I'll be happy, you know, all by my little old lonesome. Yeah, that's what the Torah likes to say. Walk good, be good. What is a substitute? It's called, I'll show you what I have. See, I gotta find it. Here it is. These are energy. One's for baking powder and one's for baking soda. What you do with this when you use baking soda or baking powder in your recipes, you double whatever it calls for. If it calls for like a teaspoon of baking soda, you use 2 teaspoons. Baking powder, the same thing, you double it. This is white powder, but it doesn't have, it's not what, see, your baking powder and baking soda has aluminum sulfate in it. This does not have that. This is vegan. This is gluten, it's wheat, dairy, yeast, egg, soy, and nut-free, and sodium-free. Oh, yeah, same thing that you use. Yes, this is very good stuff. I think I got this through Amazon. I'll have to order some more again. But I use it quite often for my recipes that call for baking soda and baking powder. Yeah, this is the substitute. You're going to find when you put it in bread and stuff, your bread's not going to rise because you haven't got actual baking powder. But that's... Hi, Alexis. I was waiting to see if you were going to come on. This is my avocado chocolate mousse, or you want to call it pudding or whatever. You have to put it in the refrigerator for 4 hours before you can serve it. Good to see you, Alexis. I'll tell you what has in it. It's got 2 ripe avocados in it. I put it through my food processor. 2 ripe avocados, a 1/3 cup of almond milk, which I use the unsweetened almond milk, a 1/3 cup of cacao powder. If you use cacao powder, that's probably fine, Alexis, because I used carob powder, which it tastes very good. You can use probably regular cocoa powder if you want to, too. A 1/3 cup of an agave nectar, which I have the blue raw agave nectar. I like this. It's organic. And 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I use the non-alcoholic vanilla. That's all it is. It's simple. 5 ingredients. I make it up in the food processor. You can use your Ninja for it too. I put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator for 4 hours and then serve it. Cocoa powder is what you have, but that's fine, Alexis. You can use cocoa powder if you want to. Go ahead and use that. But this is, with avocados, my avocados were really ripe. And I didn't know if I had any in the refrigerator, and I looked, and sure enough, I had them. So I thought I better use them. So, and this, I've tried it, Alexis, and this absolutely is delicious. And I'm going to take this recipe, and I'm going to post it up on your your page, Alexis, along with my page, Vegan with Love, and Leslie's. Yeah, I did. It's really good. Let me get some water. It's actually really good, Alexis. Really good. See how chocolatey it is? Just a hot stuffed chocolate, just from the carob. And the carob isn't dark either. I'll show you what the carob powder looks like. If you could see it in there. It's not a real dark powder. It's a light powder. Oh, coconut whipped cream. Oh, well, I've got a whipped cream recipe that I can put on the top of it. Yes. Make my own whipped cream with the fat coconut milk. The fat coconut milk is what you put in the refrigerator. I've made whipped cream with that before, and it's really, really good. But this was simple to make. Oh, yes, it would. Oh, yeah, it would. I probably just could eat it the way it is, though. But it would, you're right, Alexis, it would be a good contrast. But I love this just the way. Well, no, I'm not a chef, but I just like cooking. Since I've been on my plant-based diet, I love my cooking, you know. And Erlene likes to cook, too. And Alexis, if you're not following her. Okay, Tora, thank you for coming on, and you have a good Sunday. If you're not following Alexis Can Do, follow her. She does cooking scopes every morning. I'm not in there when she's on most of the time because I'm asleep. You're welcome. So I do watch her replays throughout the day, though. When I can, I watch her replays. But she's on. Yeah, Chewy, he is my Pomeranian mix. I just got him on April 25th. He had come from a home that they didn't care about him. He had been returned twice to the shelter before I got him. And it took him a little time to adjust to me, but now I have no problem him coming to me. And, man, you know something? Looking at this pudding, I'm making myself hungry, too. It make me want to eat it right now. But I have to set it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours, but that'll be fine. By the time I go to eat it, it'll be plenty set up anyway. But this will be just right for people that have a small family, like Alexis just has her son and herself and her mother. Well, this is just right, and that's just right for me because I'm the only one here to eat it. And it's something that you can make again and again. But just make sure that your avocados are really ripe. Mine were ripe. He's outside right now. He went outside now. He's running around. I held him a little bit. You'll have to go back and watch the replay of me holding him. He's not at the beginning of the scope. It was just not too long ago I held him. So you'll have to watch the replay to see where I picked him up and held him. But he wanted down. He wanted to go outside, so that's how I let him outside. But looks like I'm getting quite a few views on this today, and I'm not featured either that I know of. But people are telling me I've got well over 1,500 views. I didn't think I would ever get that. I didn't anticipate getting that, but you know, I'm happy about it. Okay, all right, you do that. Because he's my little boy. He's my dog. Alexis has seen him. I know I held him once before. She's seen him. Quite a few people in here have seen him. Some haven't. Over 1,700. Wow. That's fantastic. I never thought I'd ever get that many. I can't believe that. Wow. You know, just for a recipe as this, like I said, I don't think I'm featured, because if I were featured, I'd have quite a few at the bottom. And it only shows 19 at the bottom right now on 20. But, you know, because usually if you're going to be featured, you get 175, 200, and it just keeps going up and more and more and more. Another almost 1,800. That is something. All by my little old lonesome. You know, I came in here and... Oh, thank you so much for saying that. You know, I try really hard. You know, I'm happy for what people I do get in here. Most of the time I maybe get 200-300. I'm lucky if I get that. But you know, I'm thankful for those people, because I figure they could go share it out with other people. Eventually I'll get more people in here to see it. So I'm getting people in here. You know, if I'm featured, I'm happy. But if I'm not, okay too. How people are finding me, I don't know. But they found me for some reason. You know, and I got that many people in here. Maybe people are wanting to go vegan, or they like the fact I use avocados, because they're trying to find a way to use avocados, which are really good for you. The first time I started eating avocados, I wasn't sure I was going to like them. So I had them for lunch, I think, or breakfast one morning with some fruit. And I thought, hey, these aren't bad at all. They're actually very, very good. Kiwis, I really haven't learned to like kiwis yet. They're a little strong for my liking, you know, a little tart. So I haven't learned to like kiwis yet. But avocado, I can eat that every day and not a problem at all. Can put them in smoothies as well, although I put spinach in my smoothies. But, you know, like I said, on Friday, I'll probably make the tofu chocolate pie. And I know I told Erlene about that. She said, well, I don't know about that. But I think that it sounds real good, but it uses a little bit more tofu than it should. I'm just going to go find a smaller recipe because it uses an awful lot of tofu. It takes a springform pan, which I bought a set of 3 of them the other day. An 8-inch, a 9-inch, and 10-inch came together in a package, which I thought is great because then I got the different sizes. Don't have to go out and buy the different sizes. I've already got them. And I've never used a springform pan, but this calls for a springform pan. I know they're easier to use because you just take them right off, take it off the bottom, and it's just like a tray. Oh, you like your tofu scrap? Oh, yes, so do I. I make them quite often. Where am I from? Right now I live in Oregon. I originally was born in Indiana. I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Allen County for many, many years. Then my husband, when we got married, we went out in the farmland of Indiana, went out in northern Indiana around LaPorte County and lived there. And then in 94, I think it was 94. Well, actually, I lived in Hawaii for a time. We moved to Hawaii in 88 and lived there till about 89. Came back to Oregon and lived there for a while. And then my husband and I, we moved out of Oregon and went into Vancouver, Washington, and that's where he's at right now. He's in Vancouver, Washington, and real nice there too. But so I've been around a few places. I know Alexis can tell you she's been around a few places too. She used to live in Pennsylvania, and she's in Georgia right now, and so she's been around too. But I'll tell you, people ask me why I left Hawaii. But you're in Colorado? Yeah, Leslie Nance from Go To Kitchen. She lives in Fort Collins, Colorado. Sounds like a nice area to be in. Maybe not in the wintertime, but in the summertime it gets really, really hot. But she's in Colorado. Get people from all over the place, And I'm in Oregon, and Erlene, she's in Michigan, in Walled Lake, Michigan. We get them from all over. So, and different countries are represented, and that's really great, You're in Maryland? Okay, you're in Maryland. And Valerie, she's only lived in Tennessee. That's right, you're in Tennessee. Yeah. Jamal used to come from Boston, and he lives in Tennessee right now. Forerunner, I don't know where he lives. Oh, thank you. Yes, very good. Here, I'll show you it again. Forerunner, where he lives now, I don't know. He moves around so much. It looks like he moved to Tennessee. He was in New York for a long time. Lived in Oregon for 3 years. Went back to New York. Now it looks like he lives in Tennessee again. So I don't know. Well, the last time I saw him in Tennessee, he had his prayer people up on the board. So that made me think he moved to Tennessee. He says he's moved around a lot. So I saw him in a place in Tennessee, and it had all the prayer names up on the board. So he may be in Tennessee now. So I don't know. He moves around a lot, but, I don't think I'd like to move that much. I'd rather stay in one place, I like it here in Oregon. I'm settled. I'm going to stay here, and just do what I continue to do. Do these cooking scopes like Alexis does. She does them every morning. She comes on at about 6:30 her time, which is 3:30 in the morning my time, because she's 3 hours ahead of me. Well, I can't come in that early because I'm asleep. So like I said, I watch her replays whenever I can and whenever I remember to anyway. I'll have to go back and catch up on a lot of them. But she makes some real nice things that I want to try vegan. You like living in Tennessee? Yeah. Yep. So you're yeah, that's right. You're 3 hours. You're 3 hours ahead of me, Erlene. You're in Michigan, so you're 3 hours ahead of me. She's southeast coast of Georgia, so you're 3 hours ahead of me too, Alexis, because you're close to Florida and they're 3 hours ahead. So you're on the Eastern time zone. So you're 3 hours ahead of me. So when you come on, it's only 3:30 my time. I'm dead to the world. I'm sleeping. There's only been a couple times I've come on her Periscopes when I was awake, and that was because I had to let the dog out and I couldn't fall back to sleep, so I come on her Periscope. But other than that, I'm sound asleep. Okay. It's an avocado chocolate mousse, if you want to call it that. It has two ripe avocados in it. Of course, chopped and peeled. I chopped them before I put them in the food processor. Oh no! Wow, a third cup of almond milk, which I use the unsweetened. It calls for a third cup of cacao powder. Since I don't use cacao powder, I use carob powder. But if you're not vegan or not vegetarian, you can use cocoa powder, cacao powder, whatever you want. I use carob powder. This is what I use. It's vegan, and it's all natural. And then a third cup of agave nectar, which I use the blue raw amber agave nectar. This is very, very good. I love the blue raw agave nectar. And 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which I use the non-alcoholic vanilla. That's what I use. Yes, I'm vegan. Yes, I'm vegan. So I try to make everything, my recipes, vegan. And Alexis knows that I'm vegan. And when I'm in her Periscope, she says, "Well, I can make this vegan." Well, yeah, I can. There's a lot of recipes that she makes. That calls for eggs. Make a flaxseed or chia seed egg. They're very good for you. If you don't know what chia seeds are, they're black seeds. They're very, 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 very good for you, and so are flax seeds. I've got some flax seeds in the freezer. You got to keep flax seeds and chia seeds refrigerated or frozen. 2000. Wow. Well, I've got my 2001 Periscope without my batting an eye. Isn't that something? Wow, that's really something. But anyway, I want you to see this so I can post this up on Facebook. Like I said, I'll post it up on Alexis's page and Leslie's page. And yeah, that's right. Exactly, Alexis. That's what I do. I make it my own. And since I don't use cacao powder, I have carob powder. I thought I'm going to use it. And I have tasted it, and it is really, really good. Because carob powder naturally sweet anyway. And cocoa powder is not. You have to add, in Hershey's cocoa, you have to add some sweetener to it. You know, but this is naturally sweet. So I love it. It tastes very good. You can see how chocolatey it is. Look at that. Looks like I used dark chocolate. And I didn't. Carob powder is not dark. But it came out that way. It looks so good. And I'm going to post this up on Facebook. I'm going to post this video up on YouTube. And see how many, because I'm getting quite a few subscribers to my YouTube channel. I'm getting close, I think, to 100 now. Getting close. So, and for me, that's pretty doggone good. So, you know, and I've got quite a few people that follow me on here. You know, I think I've got more blocked than people that are following me. But, well, I can't really send it through the Periscope or through the phone. But, you know, make it yourself and then try it and see if you like it. You're so welcome, Alexis. And I'll continue to shout out for you because you do a good job. Bring you a plate. Yeah, you know something? This is making me hungry just looking at it. I got it on YouTube. I get a lot of my recipes up on YouTube because I just I'll type in something up in the search box and long page after page after page of recipes. Okay, Alexis, have fun grocery shopping and have a good day. And thank you for coming in. Have a blessed Sunday. And I'm about ready to go in a little bit myself too, but I want everybody to see what I've made. And if you're concerned about where to get this stuff, you can get this substitute for your baking powder and baking soda up on Amazon. Oh, you're so welcome. And this I got at Amazon. Oh, this you can buy at Walmart. You can buy the agave nectar at Walmart. It's not real cheap, but right here. There you can see them there. Doesn't that look beautiful? Look at that. Look how chocolatey. I have to sit it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours before I can serve it. But that is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Look at how chocolatey that is. Just from the carob and the avocado. Probably is what made it real chocolatey. You know, and the avocados that were real, real ripe, so I had to use them. But it's something that you have in your pantry. Like I said, there's people in here that are not vegan. If they want to use a cacao powder or cocoa powder, go right ahead. Make it your own. That's what I've done with here. I've made it my own. I use carob powder and made it my own. So I enjoy making things my own, tweaking the recipes and changing things up, and that's what we do. Change up. I know Erling does the same thing. You change it up. You know, sometimes things will call for vanilla, vanilla extract. I may change it and put honey in it or maple syrup. I've got organic maple syrup, 100% maple syrup that I buy, and I like using that too. You know, so anything that you can do to flavor things up. Wow. Yay, that sounds good. Can you go live again and show us your cooking? Well, you'll have to go and watch the replay to show how I made this. So you'll have to go and to watch from the beginning to see how I made it, because I did show you how I made it in the food processor. So if you want to see it live, you'll have to go in there and oh, what's cooking? Well, I made avocado chocolate mousse. Doesn't that look good? It's vegan. It's real good. It's got 2 avocados in it. and almond milk and your carob powder and vanilla, non-alcoholic vanilla, and blue raw agave nectar. It is. I've already tasted it. It's good. I'm going to post it up on Facebook. If you want to follow me on Facebook, go ahead and follow me on Facebook. Join my Facebook group, and feel free to post your vegan recipes up there, because it's for vegans. And post your recipes up there so we can all see what each other make. Oh, yeah, but you don't taste the avocado in it, really. You don't taste it, because it's all mixed up anyway. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Here's my avocado chocolate mousse. Vegan. And it's really good. 5 ingredients. It's simple to make. Good to see you, Lisa. I was getting ready to go off, and you'll have to watch the replay, but this is actually, I've tasted it. It's really good, and I'm really glad it turned out the way it did. I'm going to use this recipe, keep using this recipe over and over again. Just keep the avocados in hand, buy avocados, because they're simple enough to buy, 2 avocados, and they can get overly ripe, but you use them up when they start getting too ripe. Oh, you make it a lot? Oh, good. I don't know. It doesn't call for whipped topping, but if I want to put whipped topping on it, I make my own whipped cream, vegan whipped cream. But I can't do it today because you have to take the can of full-fat coconut milk and put it in the refrigerator. And I don't have any in the refrigerator, so I can't make it. Yeah, there's bananas out there. You can make banana pudding and stuff, too. I have made stuff with bananas. I put bananas in my smoothies and stuff. So I did make some cookies the other day that had bananas and stuff in it, though. Banana oatmeal. If you want to look at that Periscope, it was just a few days ago. Banana oatmeal and carob chip cookies that I made, that I did post up here, and I posted up on YouTube. So you'll have to go look at that one. So the pumpkin cookies I made the other day didn't turn out like they're supposed to because I had forgotten an ingredient, but I'm going to make those again. Yeah, they do. It sounds really good. But I'm going to have to get ready to go in a minute because I've got to clean my kitchen up again. I've got dishes to do again, as always. Always got a lot of dishes to do. But I did that as well. That's been a while back. You'll have to go on, if you're following me on Periscope, just go into my profile. You'll see it in there. I did make whipped cream on Periscope. The first time I made it, it didn't whip up like it did the second time, so I had to make it the second time. So you'll have to find the recipe where I made it and it whipped up. So, yeah, there is. Using the full fat of coconut milk. And that's, you take your coconut milk and you put it in the refrigerator. I've got quite a bit of that sitting out. The Thai, I think, is what I've got. I've got quite a bit that sitting over here, and you can use it in a lot of recipes. But you have to put it in the refrigerator overnight because your liquid goes to the bottom and the full fat is at the top because you don't want to use the liquid. So you have to put it in the refrigerator. So since I don't have any in the refrigerator, I can't do that right now. So, but I'll just eat this by itself. But I think I'm going to call this Periscope a close before I run out of battery on my phone. Coconut milk, you can probably make your own. I have, the canned coconut milk is not really that expensive. I don't remember I'll show you what I got. Now, this is the full fat one. This is the one you have to put in the refrigerator. This is the light. You can use this just the way it is. I don't remember what these cans are. I bought these at Walmart. Walmart carries these, and I like the Thai brand. But like I said, this one is the unsweetened coconut milk, but this is the full fat kind. You have to put this in the refrigerator. This one you do not. The light you do not. You can use it just the way it is. However, you have to remember the light will not do what this does. This will whip things up. This will not. So you cannot use this for whipped cream. It has to be the full fat. But like I said, I can't do that right now because I have to put it in the refrigerator. And same kind you get. Yes, it's a kind that is pretty prominent, and a lot of people use it. So, but anyway, I just wanted to take time. You're very welcome. I want to take time to show you this. I think I'm going to go for now, so I can maybe go look for some more recipes and take a break before I have to fix my lunch a little later. It's only going on 10 o'clock, so I've got a while. But I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for coming on, the live viewers, the replay viewers. I hope you have a great and marvelous Sunday. Take care. Oh, you're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye. And until we meet again, God bless.